It is the sentence and judgment of this court that you shall be committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 24 months. You shall serve 2/3 of that time, or 16 months in prison, and 1/3 on supervised release.
That was Judge Regina Chu issuing her sentence Friday for Kim Potter. The former Brooklyn Center police officer was convicted of manslaughter in the death of Daunte Wright. The sentence itself is a downward departure from state guidelines. Delane Cleveland has more on the decision.
Shannon, Judge Chu called this one of the saddest cases she's had during her 20 years as a judge. The emotionally charged hearing lasted 2 hours. We heard from Daunte Wright's family, the attorneys, then Kim Potter herself.
Okay, this is State of Minnesota versus Kimberly Potter.
Friday morning at the Hennepin County Courthouse.
His name is Daunte Wright. We have to say his name.
The fate of Kim Potter, who shot and killed Daunte Wright during a traffic stop last April, rested in the hands of Judge Regina Chu.
On the one hand, a young man was killed, and on the other, a respected 26-year veteran police officer made a tragic error by pulling her handgun instead of her taser.
Potter was convicted in December of first-degree manslaughter. The guidelines call for a sentence of 74 to 103 months. Daunte Wright's mother wanted the maximum sentence.
I'm asking you to hold the defendant to the highest accountability. She was a person of authority who betrayed her badge. Not only when she shot Daunte, but when she rolled around on the ground crying for herself. I'm going to prison. I shot a boy. Call Chuck, her union rep.
Wright's family members described their pain since his death.
My son Daunte's life was taken away way too soon, and he's never coming back. It affected my whole family.
Kim Potter's attorney, while acknowledging the tragedy of the event, painted a picture of a decent person who made a terrible mistake.
The videos of Kim crying on the ground are replete with moral anguish.
Toward the end of the sentencing, Potter addressed Daunte Wright's family to express her remorse.
I do pray that one day you can find forgiveness, only because hatred is so destructive to all of us. And that I pray peace will always be with you and your family.
After Judge Chu announced Potter's 2-year sentence, she addressed those who felt the sentence may be too lenient.
She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines.
Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Here's more specifics on the sentence. 16 months to be served in prison, the rest on supervised release. Potter will be credited for 58 days served at the State Women's Prison in Shakopee. She was also fined $1,000 and ordered not to possess any firearms in the future. Potter does have the right to appeal her sentence. We're learning more about what led up to someone firing at Golden Valley officers earlier this week. The interim chief said the suspect is likely connected to a number of burglaries in the northwest suburbs.
I think that the homes were selected randomly. We don't have any reason to believe that the house that was targeted because he knew the owner or that he had been there in the past.
Golden Valley police say a neighbor called in a suspicious vehicle, and when officers found the vehicle, it took off. The vehicle later crashed and the suspect tried to run away, firing at least 5 rounds at police. Officers eventually arrested the shooter as well as another person who stayed in the vehicle. Police say the person who fired at police has an extensive criminal past.
This person had a 51-page criminal history with past convictions for robbery and for assault with a deadly weapon, several burglary and theft-related charges. And so, this is certainly a dangerous individual, and, it concerns me that this person's out victimizing people still.
The chief also said staff doesn't recall another incident here in the last 20 years where someone shot at a police officer. Governor Tim Walz made a stop at a business in Rogers on Friday. The governor spoke how businesses like this one are important for the tourism and fishing industry and how that industry grew during the pandemic when people had to social distance.
I hope people never underestimate the that entrepreneurial spirit and people who create this, because this is really, really important.
Clam Corporation makes fishing supplies and relocated to the northwest suburbs from Edina in 2016. It employs around 50 people. This weekend is the Great Backyard Bird Count, encouraging people to keep track of the different types of birds in their backyard. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl visited the Three Rivers Park District to learn more about programs offered about birds.
We're filming these every day. You know, these feeders, depending on how busy it is, can go pretty far down in a day. We really wanted to, with the design of the building, you know, give people an opportunity to get an up-close look at the birds. The windows that we have in the building here were designed at a little bit of an angle to prevent the birds from striking the windows, so they're able to come up to the feeders, grab that food, and then fly away. So this year for Three Rivers Park District, we're celebrating our big year of birds. And so we're going to have a year-long celebration of birds. We have a lot of different programs going on at different sites all over the Park District. We're actually just doing a program here on Sunday at the Nature Center where people can just stop by. They can watch the birds and learn a little bit more about the birds that we have around. And so it's just an opportunity for people to count the birds. They can record those birds. Some of the most common birds that are usually coming up, of course, a lot of people are familiar with the black-capped chickadee. Another bird that looks a little similar to it is the white-breasted nuthatch. Blue jays will come in every once in a while. One of the things that we have actually coming to Minnesota in the wintertime is a bird called the dark-eyed junco. It's just a very relaxing, enjoyable activity.
The Champlin Park boys hockey team has played well down the stretch run of the regular season. But could the Rebels skate with second-ranked Benilde St. Margaret's? They found out Thursday night. Benilde St. Margaret's paying a visit to the Ice Forum in Champlin to face Champlin Park in boys hockey. Benilde's Adam Marshall sends it to the slot and Mitchell Dockman buries it to give the Red Knights a 2-0 lead. 20 seconds later, the pass gets away from Brendan McMorrow, but he gets it back, is stopped, and then tucks the rebound in. BSM jumps all over the Rebels to lead 3-0. The Rebels answer as Trevor Aberwald gets the pass back from Ethan Muss and makes a sweet move around the defenseman to score. Champlin Park's within 3-1. Still in the first, in a Rebels power play, the point shot is saved, but number 4 Will Bernovic whacks the rebound in as the Rebels pull within 3-2 after a wild first period. On a Benilde power play in the second, Tristan Sarsland's shot is off the end boards and Brady Yakish puts the rebound away. That's the only goal of the second, and it's 4-2 BSM after 2. Early in the third, Yakish goes to the net and deflects the pass from Dockman in for a 5-2 lead. Each team scores 2 from there, and Benilde beats Champlin Park 7-4. The Wayzata boys hockey team is closing the regular season with 4 straight home games. That included Thursday's game against Rosemount. Wayzata hosts Rosemount in boys hockey at Plymouth Ice Center. Tied at 1 when Kasha Nave's shot deflects off number 19 Luke Miller in front for the Wayzata goal, and the Trojans go up 2-1. 13 seconds later, Jake Matson with the steal, and he sets up his brother John Matson for the goal. It's 3-1 Trojans. Less than a minute after that one, the shot deflects off the skate of Lucas Salek and in for Rosemount. It's 3-2 Wayzata after a high-scoring first period. In the second, the quick pass to Hans Hedlund, and he tucks it in for the Irish. Another look at how that goal developed as Rosemount evens it up, and it's 3-3 after 2 periods. In the third, another deflection goal as it's off Reese Wallen and in for Wayzata. That's the game winner as the Trojans win 4-3 as they get set for Edina Saturday. In girls basketball, Providence Academy is rated 5th in Class 2A. The Lions hosted a team in the top 10 in Single A Thursday when they met Mayer Lutheran. Providence Academy hosts Mayer Lutheran in a good girls basketball matchup. Quick passing gets it to Brooke Honecker in the corner for 3 as Providence takes an early 11-10 lead in a game that is close throughout. Mayer Lutheran surges ahead. Danica Martin knocks it down in the paint, and the Crusaders go up by 5 at 21-16. Providence's turn as Maria Counts gets the shot to fall to tie the score at 24. The Lions lead at 27-24 at halftime. Count scores 18. Second half, and the Crusaders grab the lead as Lily Wachholtz finds Emma Lade cutting for 2 of her 24 points. It's 38-32. Wachholtz rolls to the hoop and takes the pass to score on a nice play as Mayer Lutheran goes up 45-39. But Providence battles back. Maria counts with the skip pass to the corner to Madden Greenway for 3 to give the Lions a 48-47 lead. Greenway hits from long distance again as the Lions go up 53-48, 12 points for Greenway. Count strives to give the Lions a 12-point lead. Providence goes on to beat Mayer Lutheran 66-58. That's all for sports. I'm Jay Wilcox. Thanks for watching.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.